Okay. Hi, everybody. I am Scott, community manager for another Eden, the cat beyond, not behind, beyond and behind, time and space. I hope you all are doing well. Hello, Melody, Anthony, Derek, Lons, Ian, Jorn. I hope you all are doing well today on this Aloha Friday, as they say, where I'm originally from. Couple of housekeeping notes for you all before I get started. The first one is, once again, I'm quite nervous, as you could probably hear in my voice, which is why I'm projecting right now to try to shoot all that anxiety out. Hopefully that works. Number two, a lot of you are probably are certainly more advanced players than I am. So as far as when it comes to my party and my strategies and all of that, no judgment, please. Let me just turn down the game sound here. I'm getting some. There we go. I hope that's better. Number 3, we will be playing through the Mythos update today. So if you have not played through the Mythos update, get ready for spoilers. If you don't care about spoilers, then stay. If you do care about spoilers, then, I don't know, maybe put this like in a tab hidden somewhere and put on mute. Just, we like the analytics. Yeah, happy Chinese New Year, everybody. Happy Lunar New Year. And let's see, I think that may be all for today. If I've forgotten something, well, it's par for the course. Anyway, why don't we get started? Okay. This around. Today we're going to play through the Mythos update. So, those who judge history. Rosetta meets a young... Oh, no, wait. That's not the update, is it? Let's just head to the Western continent. Okay, first of all, yeah, I downloaded the update yesterday. Should I not have... Speaking of technical difficulties, shouldn't I not have the ability to play through the new update? While we're figuring that out, I'm just going to play through this quest here. Ah, okay. Thank you. Something else that you should all know. I, believe it or not, the writers and the developers do not run the stories by me ahead of time. They don't pass their first drafts by me personally. So I am experiencing the story at the same time as you are, unless you've already played through it. This is all new to me, so any reaction is genuine. I need to give some voices to these characters, don't I? I haven't voiced these characters before. Well, now, she's got a very sing-song tone, doesn't she? Well, now, isn't that something? Never lose sight of your dreams, okay? I'll find it, don't worry. But what does it mean exactly? She won't tell me what she writes. Teehee! Writing is just like your spelling over and over again in a book. Really? I'm gonna check that out next time I see Mistrare. Mistrare? Thanks, lady! It's a very 1920 Newsies. Thanks, lady! Anytime, little one. Good luck following your dream. Scott for V. Hey, start a hashtag. Get it rolling. I'll be behind that. Sure. Recording things that happen in the village. Mistrari did mention that she recorded history herself. I have my own thoughts on the matter, and I'd like to explore them for a bit. Quest accepted. All right. You'll find that my party is generally made up of people who I need to level up. Either I need to level up their weapon, their manifest weapon, or they need to level up themselves. Yeah, you can see Aldo is. I've neglected Aldo for a long time. Could be the VA for some guy. Oh God, dreams come true. Oh, there it is. It's on the other side of town. I'd like to imagine, though, that some guy's voice is just intensely, like, off-the-wall ridiculous. Like, you would think some guy would be just this normal voice, right? You'd think he'd just, hi, I'm some guy. Yeah, for Aldo in the chat. It's not that I don't think I know he's good for a fire team. I just don't really have much of a fire team to speak of at all. Like I've got wind players for days. I've got wind teams for days. I could probably field like entire groups, like 2 whole separate groups with no overlapping party members of just wind players. But do a single pull, 1 pull on a weapon banner. I could give that a shot. I probably have enough for that. I don't have. I'm pretty want for crystals these days, but anyway, Rosetta. Pardon me, Miss Mistrare. Mind if I speak with you? Mistrare sounds strange. She seems very ethereal, very angelic. Of course. What is it? Which of course, when you think elegant, you think British accent, right? Why? That's what movies have taught me. Thank you. I remember hearing you say that you were charged with recording history. Well, you see, I, too, am a guardian of sorts of a sacred book of human history. I wanted to have a little chat. Is that right? It brings me so much joy to hear that you're interested in my work. But it shames me to say that I'm not very familiar with what happens in this little village. In fact, there's not much to write about. I do apologize. Last time I didn't go for an accent. I'm feeling a little emboldened this time. So I apologize to everybody for horrible accents. That doesn't worry me. I'm sure there are events all over this place, often too small to see. Tee. That's a reassuring thought. However, I'm not being humble when I say that I have nothing of importance to show you. I see. How about I just ask you some questions? Oh, yes. I see no trouble with that. Thank you very much. Where to begin? Tell me about this cage that you are trapped within. People around the village talked about this cage on more than one occasion. It caught my attention. Well, according to the histories, it is the name given to the curse upon those who exist between heaven and death, heaven and earth. A curse against those who exist between heaven and earth. Flashback. Flashback? Flashback? Oh, yep, black and white. That means flashback. Oh, Melina. I'll have to give this some thought, but I'll just wing it. Wing it for now. Get it? Wing it. The 12 fiends believed to have deceived the winged being. Those bearing wings, they were called. Well, to cut them off from the world, the humans made a boundary across the whole Great Fault. According to our teachings, it was a spell on those between heaven and earth. I always assumed it was some kind of metaphor. They are crying in, like, so Gildna, Gadayu, and Jade are literally crying, like, way over and, like, down the list of my party list. I feel bad. I do feel bad. When I heard about those bearing wings, I had assumed it was a metaphor or something. It seems highly likely what brought down Hydra is also this cage affecting the winged people. Please let me ask another question about yourself. How about that? Are you satisfied with my answers? Indeed, even more so than I expected. The history of the winged people lives within you. You said earlier that you did not have anything to write about. But that's because so many records already remain. You're right about that. My time in this role is still limited. Who was in the role before? That would be the great-grandmother. I respect her so much. Well, why didn't you say so? If you don't mind, may I meet this great-grandmother of yours? Do I prefer Thalil or Melina's cat? Is it a cop-out for me to say that I love all my children equally? Shall we go now? Would you do that for me? Now that would be lovely. I'm so tempted to give her like a Southern Belle kind of accent. She's over this way. Just follow me. Dad Scott. Oh, Pry! This is our boy, Pry. Let's see. He's got to be very, like, lawful good, right? Sister Rosetta, what are you sticking your nose into? Couldn't be plotting something. She? I shall not tolerate any untoward action against the winged people. Alright, visit the great-grandmother. Learn about the history of the winged people. Great-grandmother and all her wisdom. Chee-doo-dee-doo. I mean, I'm tempted. Sometimes I'm tempted to go for the Japanese pronunciation, but sometimes it doesn't sound quite right. Great-grandmother. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit because I'm having to like whisper for her voice. If I'm too loud, let me know. She seems to be out at the moment. What a shame. Should I come back later? You came all this way, so why not take a look at the great-grandmother's history book? There are far more details in it than what I've told you. Oh, you're too kind. Yeah, I'm slipping into Southern Belle for Rosetta. The way that she's written, at least the way that our localization team has written her, really a few Southernisms. History books are made for everyone, and it'll never fade away. As someone who loves history more than anything, I am delighted by your inquisitiveness. I like how I nailed the word inquisitiveness on one take. I'll just tell great-grandmother about it later. I'm gonna take you up on your offer. Thank you so much. Yep, we're in. We're all in on that southern accent. For better or for worse. I see. The granularity of the description suddenly increased after a certain point. I get the feeling that the earlier records were passed down orally. Very perceptive. I believe that the first generation writers transcribed history from an oral tradition. The first generation writer? They couldn't leave this environment. Just making the paper and brush would have taken a lot of effort. The first generation writer would simply have had to write down what was otherwise only spoken about. That seems natural. The rest of the text appears to be written in order of different handwritings. Right. The history books are the foundation laid by our predecessors. Predecessors? I hope I'm not rude. I just realized. Yeah, there we go. But in this village, how do you mourn the dead? A fire or water ritual would be difficult, would they not? It's just as you say. That is why it is customary for the deceased to become inhabitants of the valley floor. Only a single feather remains on the sacred place called the Feather Grounds. The Feather Grounds. I imagine it would be difficult to see this important place. I'm sorry. Because of its sacred nature, this is the one thing I can't do for you. I could take you near the location if that's good enough for you. That'd be lovely, since I'm here already. Just casually fly over 3 feet. Great grandmother, are you not coming back today? Yes, Chocolate Chocobo. I'm the guy who posts Another Eden tweets on Twitter. The history of the winged people, the differences with scripture. Depending on how things turn out, I may have to invite the Supreme Cardinal, not the Supreme Chancellor, in for some questioning. Ooh. Nobody expects Rosetta's Inquisition, though I don't want to be the second Inquisitor in history to have done that. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. But I want to know about the Feather Grounds for now. This will likely hold the key to what happens next. Like, the problem with my southern accent is it drifts all over between my standard accent, a bad attempt at an accent, and then it does this, like, within one sentence, it'll do a tour of Tennessee and Texas and Mississippi and Georgia and North Carolina. It's a very confused attempt. It's up ahead, Rosetta. From there you can go to the top of the village. Keep going and you'll find yourself on the Feather Grounds. From there you say, "This is far enough for me. Thank you. Now all that's left is to take a look and come back. Just a look." Yapes! Is this the Barbarian Untrodden region? A surface monster. Sometimes they come down to the village. It must be separated from the herd while foraging for food. Either way, this is an event. I must write it down. Right now? Western continent characters all have southern accents. Well, I've actually I've given one a British accent and one a southern accent. So much for consistency. Help me! It's getting in the way. Thought they had Cockney Aussie accents. Oh, let's just make this stream about me alienating as many of our followers as I can with horrible attempts at every accent I can. Something new? Darn it, we were too late. Oh no! Surely this will end in disaster. We've got to help. Oh. Yes. Yes, Pry. Yes. It's...
Now, Sister Rosetta.
You didn't have to tell me twice. Let's burn this one into cinders.
Fight according to plan.
This is probably not going to need a great deal of...
Take this.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Battle is something you create.
Phew. Is that the end of that?
Thank you. I want to make sure the villager is safe. Seems like running might have been faster.
As always, an encounter with Sister Rosetta brings bad fortune.
What business do you have here? Most likely you were concerned about my plans and followed me here. Single pull is the most important thing on this planet. Question, what does a battle is something you create mean? Well, a battle doesn't necessarily happen organically. It takes two to tango, perhaps. That's how I might interpret it.
Sister Rosetta, are you plotting something?
I am, aren't I always?
You're not hiding it?
I am an inquisitor. I am one who must see everything objectively in the pursuit of justice. For that, I'll do anything. This time I was asking about how the people here mourn the dead.
I understand that you act in accordance with your beliefs. But if you go too far in this matter, you'll not be different than a grave robber. The people of this village have nothing to do with the church. I don't think you should get involved.
I wish I could pull 10 at this point, but if we want to have any hope of a pull during the course of this stream, it's probably going to have to be a 1 pull. Just imagine Aldo with a southern accent. I'm just talking to myself. Anyway, I understand. I won't go nosing around the village anymore.
That's for the best. Well then, it's time I got moving. I completely forgot that Sister Thilil Thilil Thrill contacted me.
It's hard to believe there's people so good. I won't continue this investigation any further. At least, as far as you know. Oh, is she breaking the fourth wall here? Is she talking to us? Certainly she's not talking to Pry in that moment. Okay, there we go. Now it's time to actually get started on Chapter 4. Without further delay. Do a single pull? Do a single pull? Alright, we can do a single pull. Let's see. How about we do this lone encounter? With the Whisper of Time. Here we go. RNG gods, please smile upon me this day. Doesn't look super great. Oh. No, she's my favorite one though. She's of the sisters. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Chapter 4, Those Between Heaven and Earth. Mistrar refers to herself as one of those bearing wings rather than the winged being. Judging from her expression, she has not changed her mind. I am just as much at the mercy of the RNG gods as anybody. Aldo, so what exactly does those bearing wings refer to? Aldo is just my voice because I'm boring and dense, and so is Aldo. Oh, God, I gotta make up voices for all these people on the fly. Clart. He kind of strikes me as... He's very quiet, so he doesn't... I think I heard the phrase when we crash-landed on this continent. The 12 fiends who deceived winged beings. I believe that's how it went. Yes, I'm surprised you remember. It is written as so in our holy texts, at least. Fiends, huh? That's terrible. So that's what happened to your people, Mistrar? This is the one I was dreading. I've heard the tale too. They were supposed to be some super bad fiends. But now they don't really look so bad. I'm sorry, I've heard a lot about it. But I'd like you to let me confirm some things first. That song you sung. It was the stifling song, wasn't it? Huh? Yes, that's correct. However, I'm quite shocked that humans would know of the stifling song. If you say, pew pew pew! Oh, it's just that I heard Melina singing it before, that's all. She sang the stifling song. The humans not only know of it, but they can sing it as well. Yes, but I don't really know why I can sing it myself. Where could I have heard it? Who taught it to me? Ever since I can remember, I've been able to sing it naturally. Is that so? But... It seems Mistral is shocked that Melina can sing the song. But I'm more surprised that she herself can sing it. Would you mind telling us about it? I want to understand the full extent of the stifling song you're familiar with. Of course. That is, if you think my knowledge will help. But... I mean, does she have to fly everywhere? It's kind of showing off, isn't it? Do you think we could return to my house first? It could be a long story, and we're not exactly alone here. Though I'm ashamed to admit it, there are those among us who are prejudiced against those without wings. I guess you're right. We don't have any further plans, so lead the way. Well then, let's finish self-introductions on the way there. Nice to meet you. Dalil is Dalil. I'm Melina. Please call me Rosetta. You all have such lovely names. Well then, Lily, Mel, and Rose should do. Oh, how's that for hospitality? Taking it upon yourself to give them nicknames. Sounds great, and Dalil will call you Misty. This fiery friar here with a scary face is Pry.
A scary face.
Did you see that just now? Yeah. They didn't have wings. You're right. Do you think they might be humans? But how would people without wings come to this village? What about that loud sound that shook the whole village? Maybe something broke off and connected it to the outside world? Yeah, you're probably right. That would mean we might be able to leave the village if we try. Then we should look for the place they got in through. Uh-oh. Little mischievous rascals getting into trouble. All right. We started the quest. Yep, that's the quest we started. Apologies for it being such a small place. No need to apologize. It seems like the perfect place to have a calm discussion. Thank you for your kind words. You wanted to ask me what I know about the Stifling Song, yes? The Stifling Song. It's a song passed down for many generations amongst those bearing wings. That being said, I'm the only one in this village who can still sing it. It's a song of your people, but you're the only one who can sing it? Yes, that's because the Stifling Song is no ordinary song. It's easy enough to simply speak the words of the song. However, it requires quite a high level of magical ability to be able to sing it properly. Yeah, everyone else calls him old, even though he's in his 20s. Talking about Pry, everybody kept calling him old. So in like previous tweets and Facebook posts, I kept like making old jokes. And then he said, "I'm only in my 20s," and I went, "Oh, he's younger than I am," and I'm making boomer jokes about him.
Now you're the only one who remains who can still sing its tune.
Up until a few years ago, there was another who could sing the song. But in her old age, she says it is now beyond her ability. A song among your people that only you can sing. Even the church says it's a song only known by the winged child. If that's the case, I can't help but feel it's no accident that Mistrar and Melina came to meet like this. I suppose you could be right. Kids will be kids. What can you say? Yet, there's something that's been bothering me. It's said that the winged people's magic powers lies here, in their wings. Magic power? In your wings? Eek! Please don't stare at my wings like that. It's quite embarrassing. Wow! Come on, everybody, don't look! According to the view of your faith, wings serve as a bridge to a higher existence, thus providing magical power. The relationship between wings and magic, could it really be a coincidence? Mistrar, have you by chance ever heard of the sword-wielding savior? Huh. You called for Ithilil? Now you're beginning to sound like Pry. You're just making things more complicated, so could you hush up for a bit? Thalia won't shut up just because you ordered her to. There's no way Misty would know about the gods in Thalia's holy texts. Right, Misty? Well, Thalia, actually, I have heard of it. It's the name of a god in old legend passed down among those bearing wings. Wow, wow, wow! Why's it gotta be just like Melina says?
Fascinating. The same anecdote from our teaching has been passed down to the winged people as well.
I see. From the moment I first heard of those bearing wings, I thought that may be the case. Your legends and our teaching seem to have quite a lot in common with ours. Would you mind telling us more? While they're doing that, sip of coffee. With the brand of my cup not exposed to the camera. There we go. Ah, coffee. The sword-wielding savior and the winged beings. It seems the details of each have been passed down essentially as is. Actually, I had a quick glance at the historical records kept in this village. What Mistral says is correct. I see. And what's more, Mistral's people call themselves those bearing wings. Hey, well, welcome here. Yes, that's how it's always been passed down. Our holy texts are written as such. Those bearing wings were a people who planned to usurp God's blessing from the true winged beings. Once their plan was exposed, they were entombed in the giant's claw. Usurp? You mean they were trying to take a god's blessing for themselves? That's right. Much of the accounts in the holy texts are passed down from legend, so I did not think it to be historical fact. That's quite the shocking story, yet according to the church's official view, it reflects historical fact. If Mistral's people are truly the descendants of those bearing wings, this is the discovery of the century. I'm certain the writers of the holy text couldn't have imagined that some of those entombed in the giant's claw survived.
Sister Rosetta, I don't believe this is the time or place for that.
No, it's fine. I'm sure it is quite miraculous that our ancestors managed to survive. From the viewpoint of the one who punished them for their sins, it wouldn't be something to be happy about. Mistrar. Yet if that's how humans have come to know the tale, I suppose it can't be helped. In that case, I don't expect you to believe what I had intended to tell you. Why do you say that? That. Huh? Would you believe the descendants of fiends? Just because your ancestors were sinners? What does that have to do with you? Oh, hey. A cardinal, an inquisitor who does not believe in original sin. Isn't that right, Aldo? Those very words saved us when we were in a dark place. Ah, right, I guess I did say something like that. In-game Scott's coffee. Scott's coffee! Beverage of champions and adventurers everywhere. But do you really have to repeat it word for word like that? You're making me blush. True. I'm getting my theology confused. And I don't remember Rosetta being there in the first place. Where could she have heard it from? Thalia wants to hear your story, Misty. Thank you, everyone. There is a story of the winged beings passed down amongst my people as well. In all legends, the opposite is true of what Mel said a moment ago about the usurpation of the blessing of the gods. Once again, I've never said the word usurpation before. I think I did all right. The opposite. One of the winged beings lied to humans, telling them of a plan of usurpation hatched by the other 12. Humans believing this falsehood sealed away the true winged beings, thinking them to be fiends.
I know of no such passage in our teachings.
Well, we know some pages are missing from our holy texts. If what you say is true, that would mean we humans never realized the winged beings lied to us. This would be the natural conclusion. I suppose that would be correct, but before that... Mistrar, you spoke of 12 other winged beings, yes? That's right. One of 13 winged beings is said to have deceived the others. 13?
Winged beings?
No way! There's only supposed to be 12 winged beings. Is that so? According to our legends, there are most definitely 13 of them. And now we've come to quite the strange contradiction. There must be a reason for the difference in numbers. With only the information we have now, it would be difficult to discern the truth. If those bearing wings were falsely accused, and that means they're the real winged beings? Then maybe the reason for the blessings are fading away is because the true winged beings have been sealed away. Indeed, the winged beings are the bridge between humans and the sword-wielding savior after all. Without their existence, humans should theoretically be unable to receive the blessings of God. God? Which would mean the reasons behind conflicting theories would become quite obvious. Right, without the winged beings, the role of receiving the blessings has been passed down to humankind. There's a good chance the tower defenders know something. Boo! Not the tower defenders again. They're just too darn suspicious.
I can't help but wonder what the winged being who sold out his brethren was thinking.
It was such a long time ago. I don't think there's any way we could find out. No matter how much we talk about it here, I don't think we'll come to any conclusions. Let's try changing the subject. Yes, I think that's a good idea. There's just so much to be curious about. We've gotten ahead of ourselves with too many of our own questions. Mistrar, is there anything you would like to ask us? Well... Oh, yes, I completely forgot to ask. How is it that you were How is it that you all were able to come to this village? When I found you, you were all unconscious and covered in dirt. Oh yeah, I guess we didn't tell you about that. We were heading to the church up north on urgent business and crossing through an underground cavern. But we ran across a dreadful thing and had no choice but to run, so we jumped through a wind tunnel. And when we awoke, we found ourselves here. So that was the way of it. That terrible shaking must have come from the dreadful thing you spoke of. It's good that you are all safe. But if you were heading for the north of the continent, why were you going through an underground cavern? I realize that our village lies at the southern portion of this gigantic fissure yet. Well, we had thought to ride our airborne transportation there, but before we knew it, it fell out of the sky for some reason. It fell. Speaking of which, Rose mentioned something like that. Is that right? We still don't know the reason, though. If we had wings like you, we could have just flown there. Wait. We just had wings? How shameless of you! There you go, staring at my wings again. Hey, Mistrar, think you could carry us over that cliff with those wings of yours? Huh? Apologies, I can't do that. If the boys are too heavy... Oh, sorry, wrong person. If the boys are too heavy, Thalil's been on a diet. But that's not quite what I meant. Is it perhaps forbidden to fly carrying humans? No, that's not it either. We can't fly. Well, what have you been doing this whole time? Just hovering, I guess? Can't fly? Was Thalil seeing things? Thalil saw you flapping away before. Indeed, as you can see, we can float a little ways off the ground. But, on the contrary... Oh. This is as high as we can get. Miss Jar! I'm fine. Do you understand now why I said we couldn't fly? You jerk. Yeah, without a doubt. But you have such beautiful wings. Aldo! Bad! That's a bad Aldo. Bad. In truth, this village is in the midst of a certain curse. A curse you couldn't mean. She does indeed. The curse of those between heaven and earth. Is that right, Mr. R? Yes, it's just as Rose says. Those who are born with wings, those of us winged people who live in this village are unable to fly the skies freely. This village is bound to the very depths of this precipice so that we are forever unable to escape. That's terrible. Please forgive the disappointment. You without wings can never be bound by such a cage. That's why. There's nothing to be disappointed about. It's just heartbreaking that you have wings but aren't able to fly. Isn't there anything we can do to help break the curse? Huh? Aren't you all in a hurry to get where you're going? We've taken into account that Aldo would say something like that. And do you suppose this curse is responsible for the Hydra falling? If that's the case, then we certainly can't say this has nothing to do with us. Don't underestimate Thalil and crew. No need for quibbles. Thalil has a long record of selfless service, ever since Thalil can remember. I suppose you're right. Apologies, Thalil. Indeed, it is true we must hurry to meet the church's emergency summons, but I suppose it will be okay if we are able to lift the curse. Perhaps she could carry us over to the other side. Melina, don't be shy. You can be honest, you know. Alrighty, time for Thalil to get serious and avenge poor old Hydra. Hydra's not dead, you know. Thank you so much. Great-grandmother, the eldermost member of this village, should know about the curse. I should know much about the curse. Ah! What was that? The scream of a child. It seems to come from the outside. Something bad could have happened. Let's hurry and see what's wrong. So I want to know from you all, some of you here may have seen our last stream where we did it on Facebook. Just wanted to know if there's any preference. So if you think that this is better on YouTube, better on Facebook, if you would prefer to perhaps see it on another platform like Twitch, let us know. We're curious as to how we can best make these work for you all. Where are we? Near the entrance. Prefer YouTube? Get notifications more readily? YouTube? Oh, was that a... No, Yuna. Paulo, I have Iska front and center, arguably just for you. If I'm being real, I was hoping you'd come. It's either YouTube, aka here, or Twitch. Mostly watch a lot of Twitch streams. Chat box can be popped out on YouTube. Yep, YouTube. Seems fairly unanimous so far. Take a look, just as I thought. There's a new hole that's opened up. That huge sound from before must have been from it breaking open. You're right. This hole, you think it's connected to the outside? Who knows? Oh, right. Let's check it out for ourselves. Huh? No way. We should call over some grown-ups. What? That would be a way worse idea. They'd steal our big chance for glory. Anybody realize yet how close these children sound to Thalil? But if we leave the village without getting permission, we'll be in big trouble and... Could I simulcast Twitch and YouTube? I believe it's a possibility. Yeah. Kind of like dipping our toes in the streaming waters here. We just want to try to make sure nothing goes wrong, but theoretically it's possible. But you know, if it's working for you on YouTube for most everybody, like seems we might go that way. No way. Of course I don't. But what if it isn't just a fairy tale? Ghosts aren't real. Grown-ups will tell us kills any old lie to get us to listen to them. There's no way some ghost will come out just to attack anyone who tries to leave the village. I'm sure of it. A big free world is just waiting for us beyond this village. And the grown-ups don't want us kids to go there and have all the fun. That's why they made up the story about a ghost. Speaking of ghosts. Huh? Ooh. Oh, hooded figure. Let's see.
How vulgar. Or shall I say perfectly befitting of such rabble.
Ah! Who are you?
If I'm to borrow your own words, I'm the ghost. I stand guard to ensure those bearing wings cannot flee from their cage.
Ha ha ha! You can't be serious. You're just one of those grown-ups from the village, aren't you? Can't be helped now, I guess. Come with us and see if this hole leads to the outside. Man, this kid. Eek!
Those who break the law will be attacked. There will be no mercy, even for children.
Stop! Somebody, help! Stop right there. That looked like Melina's doing.
Come to meddle, have you?
Looks like we made it in time. It's those humans and Mistrar.
You're the one I met in the cavern, so you made it out safely.
Hey, losers become winners. I'm glad you're here too. Thank you for dropping by. Did I say this already?
You're the one I met in the cavern, so you made it out safely.
This is probably showing a mere hint of his power. It can't be. The caged ghost.
You know it's Sister Mistrar.
I've heard a fairy tale from the great-grandmother, but I didn't expect it to actually be real. Children, get back. We'll handle the rest. What was his voice again?
This has nothing to do with those without wings. I implore you to avoid any unnecessary meddling.
Stopping some big baddie picking on the little kids has everything to do with the Lille. Have I bought the soundtracks? I guess I would say that one of the perks of my position is that I have access to the soundtracks. But yes, I am very familiar with the soundtracks. Not that I've done anything with them. I've only accessed purely for work purposes, of course.
Little kids, is it? Criminals are criminals, no matter if they're young or old. Any born with wings in this cage are equally prisoners for the same crime. If you side with them, you too will be treated as criminals.
What a barbarous definition of a crime. As I know a thing or two about punishment, I cannot let this carelessness stand.
However, we wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh yeah, Pry.
If it is a crime to protect the young with such bright futures ahead of them, then we will gladly accept your judgment.
Such ignorance.
Such ignorance and stupidity.
Yeah, I've trying to go Southern, and as I explained to some of the people before, my Southern accent has a tendency to first of all dip in and out of Southern, and then also take a tour of the Southern United States, not stay consistently in one region. Never let me access the music again. Why not?
Well then, allow me to send you to paradise. You can regret your decisions there.
Here it comes. Leave it to me. They're so fast. I can't follow their movements. Where have I heard that before?
What's the matter? Is this all you've got?
One moment, guys. Just want to make sure. Okay. Had no idea I did live streams like this. We just started. We have only done one of these before. We did it on Facebook last month. Now we're trying it here on YouTube. The feeling that I get is that we'll probably continue moving forward doing it on YouTube. But that is to be determined. Let's see. We're not going to get anywhere like this. I'd rather not resort to this, but perhaps it's time for my official combat garments. That won't be necessary. Huh? Little spill, excuse me. Wow, she took care of that business. This must be great grandmother. If she's grandmother. Ooh, stand down, ghost. I won't allow you to touch all children while I've yet wings on my back. You've done too much. That's no ghost. I saw flesh under its hood, and I could tell from its combat response.
No, it is indeed a ghost. It lost its form long ago, and is now but a proxy of its former memories. What do you mean?
Ah, Sister Melina.
Huh. It's floating. Higher than the others. What the? Wings from its back? It can't be. The ghost's true form is the same as us winged people.
What could this mean? Even with wings, it shouldn't be able to fly in this village.
Her wings are outside the reach of this cage. Isn't that right, says it?
Okay, new character. Oh, and she has her own illustration too. Nice.
That is correct.
So not doesn't quite fit the voice I was going for before.
Only those bearing wings, who are under the curse of this cage, are unable to fly here. I have inherited the task of guarding the curse. If you try to break this cage again, consider your life forfeit.
Why would you say that?
You without wings, someday you'll come to realize. One day soon, these shameless criminals will try and use you.
For all the skits of the Tales collab. She's gone. That's true. There is a Scott NPC in the game that actually predates me.
See, there. Everything's fine now, little ones.
He is in... Is it Rind? Or Unigan? It's one of those. He's like trying to mix a special potion or something. It's been a long time since I played that quest. I'm sorry. This is all our fault. I'm sorry too. As long as you're safe, there's nothing to apologize for. I'm glad to see none of you are injured. Yes, he was trying to mix his special mix of coffee. I could use some more. Considering your good luck, I'll only give you 100 spankings each. Of course. I mean, 100 per cheek. What? If you're feeling that sprightly, perhaps I can double the spankings. Alright, I'm gonna double dip here. On my job responsibilities, if you see a flash. In other parts of the stream as well, it's because I'm collecting meme material for future Twitter posts. So we're up to 400 spankings, I guess? 100 for each cheek doubled. Setting that aside, thank these kind young people for saving you. Right. Thanks, mister. Thank you, miss. Thank you, the girl. Thank you so much.
No worries. The Leland crew didn't do a thing. You're right. That you did nothing, at least. Shut it, Rosetta! What's more important is that you were able to see your mother again. What did you say, miss? Their mother isn't here. Huh? But didn't you just say, our children? I consider all winged people of this village to be my children. Well then, let's see you all back to the village, children. I'm sure your mothers and fathers must be worried about you.
Do I have any meme screenshots of Scott the NPC? I do not, unfortunately. I apologize. Reading it all out like you did with a friend playing JRPGs in your teens. What's going on here?
What's more important is we seem to have drawn the attention of something strange as thanks for helping those children. Yeah, that ghost. I didn't expect a winged person to be the one restricting winged people from flying. Indeed, I'm curious about her use of the word cage. Even if they try to fly away, this so-called curse won't let them. And if they try to walk away or climb over a cliff, this ghost will stop them. That must be what she meant by cage. She may be called a ghost, but she was once of the winged people. Where could have she come from? I've never seen anyone like her in the village.
Could she be from another tribe of winged people?
That would be difficult to consider. I've never heard of any other winged people surviving except for us.
That ghost really flew away like it was no big deal. How weird. Think the curse doesn't affect her?
She said she had inherited the task of guarding the curse, didn't she? She must have some extraordinary cause for wanting to guard this so-called cage. Oh, that's right. The great-grandmother figure you mentioned is supposed to know a lot about the curse, correct?
Indeed, we were planning to go see her for information about the curse.
There's no use in contemplating it here if we go to see her.
I think she's right there, guys.
No, that shouldn't be necessary.
However,
great-grandmother is already right in front of our eyes. Yes, I am called great-grandmother. Pleased to meet you.
Huh? What? You're the great-grandmother?
aren't you a little young for such a title?
As always, you're such a tactless, overzealous priest. All you had to say was, but you look so young.
Ack. My apologies.
There's nothing to apologize for. Let's not waste time speaking here. Come to my house where we can sit and chat for a while. I'll leave the guided tour to you, my beloved daughter. Do you think that's actual daughter or, like, figurative daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
The great-grandmother isn't your real mom, is she, Mr.? Oh, here we go. See, Aldo and I, we're on the same wavelength. Don't know what that says about me. There we go.
No, she loves everyone in this village as if they were her own children.
Do I remember Mythos Chapter 1? I think that even though the story here is good, I like the mechanics of Chapter 1 the best. Time loop logic. I'm a sucker for anything that plays with those kind of mechanics. But I'm also happy to I liked chapter 3 a lot because we got to see a new continent. Like that, that to me was quite exciting. And hopefully we're going to be exploring it further.
No, she loves everyone in this children as if they're her village, as if they're her own children. Sorry for surprising you. Once winged people become adults, their appearances stop changing. I read an old history book that humans are not like that. For us, it's common knowledge, so I completely forgot to mention it.
What I'm trying to say is that... no, not trying to say that at all. That's interesting. Do you have long lives like the elves?
No, our appearances don't grow old, but our lifespans are not so different from humans.
The same lifespans as humans, with forever young appearances, huh?
That's right, which is why I can understand it being a surprise to a fiery friar like you. But you can be sure that she has seen a great many years.
Wait a moment. Despite appearances, I'm still in my 20s. And what's more, I'm the only one you haven't given a nickname.
Oh, no.
Don't look so glum, Pry. I haven't received a nickname yet either.
Brother Clark.
I couldn't quite hear your conversation, but Clary is such a nice gentleman.
No, no, don't leave Pry hanging.
Traitor!
I mean, Pry is already one syllable. It's so hard. Yeah. How do you give a man with a one? I guess you extend it. Like Pry guy.
Well then, we shouldn't keep great-grandmother waiting.
Pry Pry. Pry-kun. You're right. Let's head over to her house. All right, I think it's up to us. We need to give Pry a nickname. Is it difficult to do because it's one syllable? Yes, but no, never again. You don't want to hear Pry-kun again? You don't like Pry-kun? Pry-kun is not something you want to hear again? Why don't you like Pry-kun? What's wrong with Pry-kun? Praldo. Let's see, it seems you are all here. Dare me to use Pry-kun in my next tweet? Well, my tweets are generally scheduled out for a while. Like, if anything that I gather today or I come up with today probably won't, like, be out there for at least a few weeks. But we'll see. We'll see. That's all I'll say. We'll see. No promises.
Where to begin? First, allow me to thank you for helping those children.
No need for thanks. Mistrar helped us out too, after all.
Yes, you did fall from quite the height, didn't you? You seem to have a lot of luck on your side. I guess you could say we bet on our own wings.
What do you mean? It's nothing, just an inside joke. Would you mind if we got straight to the point? What we want to know about the curse, and about the cage ghost says of the winged people. Today wasn't the first time you met, correct? You seem to be quite familiar with the situation.
I believe you're mistaken. Today was the first time we've met.
Excuse me? But now it's all a big confusing mess again.
Perhaps it would be more accurate to say that we know very much of each other without having ever met. Many years ago, her parents were openly hostile. She truly inherited everything from her parents, from their techniques, knowledge, and spirit to their duty. The same could be said of her parents and their parents before them. Having looked at the old records, it seems it has been that way for quite a long time. Yes, if that's not the work of a ghost, what else would you call it? Who would place such a burden on a child? Apologies, I'd get so sentimental sometimes. Allow me to blame it on my age. I can say that I've seen her parents' parents. They all flew. Everyone who tried to escape from this village were done in by that mobility. If you try to break the cage again, consider your life forfeit.
Thanks, you. Can this be a new thing every story update? We're kind of thinking about how often to do these. Tentatively, we're thinking about doing a stream like this about once a month. And we are kind of going back and forth with how we time it, and how much story content we do and how much of a delay, because the last time we did it on Facebook, we came out maybe 1 or 2 hours after the main story update went up, which was fine, and we like that, but one of our worries is that it's too spoilery for people, and a lot of people want to shut it off. So now we're thinking either maybe we don't do main story updates, or maybe we do other kind of story updates like the Mythos and we give it a delay, or maybe we do main story updates but we give more of a delay. But I'd like to know what you think. Like, how would you be interested? Do you want to see these kind of live streams go up as soon as the update hits, or would you all like a chance to play through it yourselves for spoiler reasons first, and give maybe a 1 or 2 day buffer? Let me know. Bum bum bum. Let's see, then she wasn't joking when she said that. But why was she able to fly freely, even with this place's curse? Would prefer the buffer? Okay. That's so unfair. Like I said, she inherited everything from her parents, from their techniques, knowledge, and spirit to their duty. The same could be said of her parents, and their parents. Her blood has always been the gods of the curse. That's unbelievable. I see one of you is quick on your wits. I had thought as much myself, but... What's she mean, Clark? A Scott VTuber idea has just popped into your head, and it's cursed? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's talking about an assumption, Aldo. If you trace the lineage of this child named Sez, you might find... the one who originally set the curse. The one who set the curse? What do you mean to say is, she also inherited the ability to prevent flying? Indeed, you are all quite intelligent, it seems. I see. By calling the curse a curse, we had been led to believe it was some kind of supernatural phenomenon. Huh? You mean it's not a curse? It's a problem of how you think about it. What do you think is the most certain way to have something be inherited, Aldo? Teach it constantly until the person remembers it?
Not a terrible idea, and very much like you to pose it, Aldo. Don't know how to take that, Clark, but we'll keep rolling. But there is a more effective way to pass something down to someone, no matter who they are. In short,
As a physical object, yes?
an object. You mean there's something out of there that can negate the curse?
I suppose it would be more reasonable to assume there is such a thing. At the end of a long, long history, we find ourselves here, now. There's a method to the bearer of such an ability has relied on. It is highly likely to have become obsolete.
There is another key part to this hypothesis.
If there is some method to prevent flying in such a small area, there must still exist a way to disable it entirely. Is that right?
A way to disable it entirely.
It seems as though the great-grandmother has come to the same conclusion quite some time ago. Do you know anything that could help us? Question from a guest and one to whom I owe a debt. I suppose I can't feign ignorance. A way to completely lift the curse. It could certainly be said that such a way exists.
Really? Then there's some hope. Could you tell us the details of what we need to do?
Seeing your spirits lift like that is giving me mixed feelings. Though I said there is a way, it is more akin to legend, and it shouldn't be done, even if the tales were true.
Huh? What? If the curse were lifted, the winged people could fly freely out of here, right? That's right, great-grandmother. What do you mean?
Well, because it would require the assistance of those without wings. To put it simply, the help of humans. There are none in this valley, yes?
Now you're just teasing us, great-grandmother. Thalil and the crew are humans. Don't tell Thalil you can't see her right in front of you.
What?
Oh, apologies. I fear I've grown senile in my old age.
Are you ill? You seem a little pale.
Even if there were humans here, it makes little difference.
Little difference.
You would rather not become sacrifices, would you?
Sacrifices? That's a bad joke. Come on, get serious, great-grandmother. You were serious, weren't you? Lifting the curse requires a human sacrifice.
It is but a fragment of an old legend. I cannot confirm how much of it is true. Take a look at this, Mistra. It's an old record passed down from my ancestors.
Are you sure?
I had planned to give it to you anyhow. Now is the perfect opportunity.
I see, well then. You who would dispel the curse, offer one without wings unto the darkness of the cliff, and turn your heart to iron. That sounds terrible.
Now do you understand? You would have to steel your heart as hard as iron, and throw a human off the cliff.
Why would there be that kind of requirement? Despite all the details, it's not quite as mechanical of a dispelling process as I had hoped. This is but a simple thought experiment, but if you will so allow. If we had lost our lives when we fell from the underground cavern, would the curse have been lifted?
Who knows, but I know that I'm glad you helped us. I don't wish to lift this curse so much as to offer human life in sacrifice. Taking the key to freedom in front of you at the expense of another's freedom
I'd rather be a frog at the bottom of a well. I am content to stare at this long, narrow stretch of sky until the end. Glad Cyrus isn't here. Mr. R, can I ask you something? Yes, sure. Other than you, is the other one who can sing this? Is the other one who can sing the stifling song? Or should I say, was once able to sing the song? Is it great grandmother? Yes. How did you know? I suspected as much. It was strange that the wavelengths of her magical energies matched my own. The same goes for you, Mr. R. You're quite unique yourself, Mel. I was feeling down, but now I'm starting to feel a little better. Great-grandmother, she taught me how to sing the stifling song to bring out its magical powers. That's why her breathing techniques, her sense, and her way of thinking lives on inside me. I know that in her heart, Great-grandmother wishes to fly freely through the wide-open skies. I know it so much it hurts. I want to do whatever I can to grant her that wish. But the only way to lift the curse is with a human sacrifice. That simply will not do. But does that mean you're going to give up on freedom? No, there is another way. If I have to give up the option of lifting the curse, then there's no choice but to leave this place.
Leave this place, huh?
Yes, I want to win back our freedom with Great-grandmother, everyone else in this village. I want everyone to know the joy of soaring freely through the open skies. And that's why I've got to be the one to find Says, the cage ghost. He's right. Sometimes you've got to do whatever it takes, Mr. R. And I've got to persuade her.
Huh?
Melina, you should see the look on your face.
Well, how else am I meant to react? She's too soft, this one.
I think it's a great idea. If that's the path our guardian angel here has chosen, I'd be more than happy to help. It's just the winged people who are stuck in this place, right? Which means our companion can't search for the guard of this cage. That ghost.
Gotta go? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for dropping by.
We could find Says for Mr. R and try and persuade her. No, I'll go.
But, Mr. R, if Says knows you've left...
I've said I'm going, so I'm going. Only I can take the burden of Great-grandmother's wish. The children born in this village, they only know this long, narrow stretch of sky. I've only ever seen the wide-open skies in my imagination, reading books everyone else in the village ignores. They believe it's inevitable that they'll spend their whole lives in this village. Every child hears the story of cage ghosts growing up. It's a popular fairy tale here. But then, before they're aware of their doubts and dissatisfaction, they're mowed down by the blade hiding in the mundane.
It's very poetic.
I see. And those who hold the blade were once mowed down themselves. Essentially those ghosts. With no way to resist the curse, unconsciously, we must accept our fate. We look up at that long, narrow stretch of sky, stroke our flightless wings, then look away.
Is this my own account or the company account? This is the company account. This is the Right Flyer, Another Eden, Cat Beyond Time and Space YouTube channel.
I'm sure Great-grandmother mourns the fate of those she loves like her own children. And now I hold the key that opens up this cage. so it doesn't matter how dangerous it gets. You have to let me go. This is our problem. All's alone. The time has come for all in the village to stop looking away and finally face this.
Oh, when did you mean the YouTube account? Because this particular the game account is my personal account, not the company account. But I'd be happy to show you my characters. You know, no judgment.
Mistrar. Okay then. Now I realize the horror of what you've been living with for so long. I can't sit idly by and let this continue. Everyone?
Any word on a collaboration? You know, that is a little bit out of my hands. Certainly something that I will communicate to the team. This is not the first I've seen this kind of collaboration request, and I know Will has expressed on Reddit and in other places a certain willingness to do that. But yeah, it's a little bit out of my hands, but I will definitely bring it up.
The dwelling we saw in the underground cave, that was Cez's. Cez's?
No doubt about it. That was so a ghost's den.
Then we should head back to the underground cave. You should come too, Mistrar. Don't worry, I'll protect you if anything happens. Okay, time to hit Cez's home.
You will be unable to switch maps for a while. That's funny because I was about to use that. To me, this felt like a good narratively, a good place narratively to take a break, and then stop with this content and move on to something else. But I literally can't move on to something else now. So we are continuing then with the Mythos. We'll go until I guess I'm able to leave. Let's see. Yeah. No map for me.
Mistrar, I've got to cross the line for the freedom of the winged people.
Misty?
Was that the ghost?
No, I'm okay. I'm so nervous. I got cramp in my wing joint. False alarm then. I can't see any sign of an attack coming.
Then what's going on? Maybe she's exhausted and she's zonked out at home like Moke here? Okay. Blip, beep, boop, blip.
She's not like you and Moke. I don't think she's having a nap.
Hey, I never take naps.
Sister Thalila's takes a post-snack nap every single day.
Well, judging from last time, she must be able to detect all movements.
Do you think she wants us to come to her? Bring it on. I won't run and I won't hide, so let's go. So, this place collapsed in that huge tremor before, and there might be debris from the cliff. I'll just have a little look. Yes, more rocks. What have we here? So lucky, it's a relic. I heard they can sometimes turn up, but I don't know how to use it. Maybe you've got to touch it a certain way to activate it. Maybe you click something. Whoa, what was that? Ah! I can now switch between maps. Okay. So, I will leave it up to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I will be right back. In the meantime, what I want to know is, do you want to keep going with the Mythos story, or would you like to see something else? Maybe some character quests or something along those lines. I will be back, and we will continue for a little longer right after this. Okay, looks like we're just going to continue with the Mythos then. Unless there are any last minute objections. I would love to be able to comment on collaborations. Obviously, in my position, I cannot show favoritism or give any comments at this moment about what may or may not, or what I even may or may not like to see. But we are always interested in what you want and what you're interested in. So please feel free, keep that coming.
You must learn to accept the pain.
I don't think I need more than... Yeah. Alright, leveled up, Oh, hold on. Should I eat something?
How's the party doing? Yeah, we're okay. A major trial awaits beyond this point. I'm ready for it. Nah, I'm gonna live dangerously. Yeah, made it back in one piece. Strar, this is where we first met Says. It looks like the tremor didn't change the terrain much around here. It's a good thing we were guiding you. Thank you, everyone. Says, all you hear, show yourself.
Hey! Hey!
That is hard to do in that voice.
Sister says!
Shut it. Oh, now my ears are ringing. What's all this? Shouldn't take such a racket in someone else's home. You finally came, daughter of those bearing wings and those without wings. It was wise of you to not to run away on your journey here. If I'd spotted such behavior, I'd have brought you down in a flash. You knew we were coming? This cave is practically my garden. I know your movements like the back of my hand. That said, what you're thinking remains a mystery to me. You're not planning to run off with your tails between your legs. Why exactly have you come to my cave? Well, there's a favor I must ask you. Release us from this cage. We could fix everything if you would just look the other way. That's what you came here to say. You must be aware that what you're asking for is impossible. Why? You're one of us. Why do you have to fight with the winged people? One of you. With or without wings, how do you think sparrows and hawks get along? My wings serve as the wedge keeping those bearing wings like yourself trapped within the giant's claw. I've been taught as such ever since I was born. I've sacrificed literally everything for that very purpose. I have nothing but that. If I were to set you free, I'd lose all I have. It says, are you imprisoned here just like us? There's no more need to talk. Thunderstrikers, come here. Thunderstrikers! Oh no! The six-winged monsters from the cave entrance? That's 12 wings altogether. What strange fate is this? You may have come here to negotiate, but you're too much of a risk. I'm not wasting this chance to wipe you all out. If only you never dreamed of leaving this place. If you didn't yearn for unreachable skies, you could have been happy. You're just like her. Stop talking like you understand how great-grandmother felt. But I know what's going on. You're imprisoned in this place, same as us. What? I will fight to release us all. And that includes you. So prepare yourself, because I won't back down. Not until we've all been freed. Alright. May there actually be some need for strat? Let's see. No, nothing. Oh, she's gonna resist that, eh? Well, let's bring in our boy. Oh. Resistant to that too. Well, Muris is not quite up to the task, I don't think. We may just need to use her to debuff.
Let's fight till the end.
Bolt up. I didn't realize they were Chargers fans. Let's see. Increase speed and type attack. Yeah, I can use that buff, I guess. Good thing I'm faster. Yeah, they're gonna resist, but blunt resistance goes down and the critical rate. Oh wait, I'm not in the Roaring Bash stance. I need to get my bash zone up. So let's do a quick switch in, switch out. How are we doing on our haste? Actually, it doesn't look like I need to be so incredibly strategic from here on out, but I'll bring in... I'll take out Aldo just in case. He's... must not be very well equipped.
I am the sword and the shield.
Bolt up. This might do it. Yeah.
How annoying. You want freedom that badly. Then stop fighting me and go for the ones without wings instead, and you'll get your precious freedom. So you knew how to break the curse too. The curse will be lifted if we sacrifice a wingless being, but... taking the key to freedom in front of you at the expense of another's freedom. I would rather be a frog at the bottom of a well. I am content to stare at this long, narrow stretch of sky until the end. I don't want freedom if it's paid for by somebody else's sacrifice. Then I accept your decision. Looks like you really won't back down until you've freed all the villagers. Even me.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, like, I'm glad Cyrus isn't here. Give the Cyrus a grrr.
So you understand. Indeed, I understand all too well. I've seen the light of freedom. But I do not wish for my release.
Huh?
I shan't focus any more energy on you. There's no point in pushing someone who won't give in. Surely, the less you care for yourself, the more vulnerable you'll be to the pain of others. Wait, you're...
I'm sorry, Double Z. I'm not sure what you mean. Is there another anthropomorphic warrior frog somewhere out in the multiverse?
It's too late now. I'll pluck my way through all those you hold dear.
Oh no. Could she get out from above? It must lead outside.
Then, great grandmother.
So disappointed when a well is just a well. Well,
hurry, let's go back to the village before it's too late.
can I just take the shortcut to the village here? Yarp. Oh, you. Surprised I got that double as double. Well, I took a shot in the dark, if I'm honest. The ghost is attacking.
She can't be. This has never happened before.
Look at everybody stargazing.
Protect great-grandmother. Don't let the ghost pass. Don't you dare hurt great-grandmother. I'll shoot through your wings and take you down. Go ahead and try. That's if you can catch my wings when your own are so weighed down by your sins. Ugh. Ah! Is that all you've got? You're all bark and no bite. Stay out of my way, unless you want to be sent to paradise. Are you all right? We were defeated. The cage ghost will have reached the great-grandmother by now. No! We were too late! Even with that shortcut? You without wings! I know we shouldn't ask this of you, but we're begging you. Please protect great-grandmother. It can never be be wrong to ask for someone's protection. Leave it to us. You should tend to your wounds. Thank you, kind sir. Great-grandmother, please be safe. The door's right there, you know. So you're the cause of all that commotion outside. How kind of you to come all the way here. Why the sudden change of course? I have nothing to say to you. I hate you.
You have something to say.
Dear me. My end is almost nigh. Why not leave me be? Can't you just look the other way? Such a disappointing way to go. Sorry, but your end is with me. In order to set an example for your foolish daughter and her wild stories, I'm going to take your life. Wild stories? Oh, you mean Miss Strahd. Sounds like you've not managed to get her yet. Then... Don't worry about that. Once I've sent you to the other side, it'll be easy to break that steel-like spirit of hers. Never again will she think about leaving this place. Is that so? Well, that's too bad. Now you've told me, you think I'll keep quiet and let you do this.
Oh, great-grandmother.
Ah, oh, pretty good. Young people these days aren't so useless after all. And you fight well for someone living on borrowed time, but I can tell your eyes no longer see. How observant of you. My children are yet to notice. Perhaps you're the first. What a bad day today is. That's enough. Stop resisting. Great-grandmother! Huh? Is this an ambush? You're from the village. Oh wait, you're back. What happened to your wings? There's no way they're folded. You! A relic went off by mistake and it made his wings disappear.
The rules of first rule of wing fight, don't talk about ring fight. Second rule of wing fight, no flying above 5 feet. Thought I was going to say no, don't talk about wing fight, didn't you?
All kinds of things fell from the cliff during that tremor the other day. That's where he found the relic. Well, by the look of things, it appears to take away our wings. To be more precise, it temporarily compresses them until they're too small to be seen. But why was a relic with such a limited purpose even created? Don't you find it fascinating? And this kind of relic isn't particularly rare either. So let's negotiate. What if I were holding one of these perfectly common relics in my hand?
Sure feels like Aldo and gang are taking their sweet time getting to this house.
Ah, my wings, you wouldn't. It's no use trying to escape. You won't be able to spread out those fine wings of yours in such a narrow space. I may be blind, but I'm on home ground and I can't miss. You thought you were attacking me, but you flew straight into my trap. Now I will capture you to set my beloved children free. Great-grandmother, stop! Straw, is that you? Says. My wing. Straw, you too. Why did you do that? What I told you says. I don't want freedom if it's paid for by somebody else's sacrifice. So I won't let you be sacrificed either. Gah. Straw, are you okay? What was that bright light? Eek! What the? Misty's wing! And when Cez ran past, I'm sure she only had one wing too. Why do the two of you only have one wing each? I think great-grandmother knows something.
Gotta wing it.
I was going to steal away the ghost's wings with this relic. Everything was just right. I could have caught her. And yet... Do you know what you've done, Mr. R? It was my only chance to capture Cez. You're right to scold me. But please don't capture her. Not yet. What? Cez is the same as us. The curse has imprisoned her here too. She may be able to fly through the sky, but her soul is trapped on this earth. And so I won't abandon her. She's a winged person like us, and I want us all to be free. Remember what you said before, that you'd rather be a frog at the bottom of a well than take the key to freedom at the expense of another's. So surely all of you, including her, have got to claim your freedom.
I don't have wings, sadly. But a sword is stronger than wings, and nothing is impossible for the reincarnation of the sword-wielding savior. So you should relax and leave this to us.
Sister Thalil is right. We're neighbors now. We have to find a way to break the curse together.
And we can't leave Mistrar's wings like this. As far as I'm aware, you can't just grow one or two new ones. I'll just watch everything as it unfolds.
Yeah, cue the Easter egg of Cyrus, like, chilling out in a well.
As a servant of God, I'll be checking that everybody does this the right way. Everyone? Fine, if you want to go down that path, I won't stop you. However, I won't join you either. This is your decision, so you'll have to achieve it using your own strength. And I'll take care of my own responsibilities if you really want to stop this. Then follow her.
Responsibilities? What does she mean?
Looks like she plans to capture Cez. The way she's acting, she might not stop at that. Right. As a guardian of the village, she's responsible for freeing her children. We have to stop great-grandmother, and then we'll persuade Cez.
Alright, let's go, guys.
Aye.
Everybody, thank you so much. She can't fly with only one wing, so Cez must be planning to leave the village from that hole that appeared. You're right. We should hurry to the wind tunnel then.
Be unable to switch maps for a while. Why not just take a little load off? No? Okay. So everybody's up from their naps. Good morning, everyone. We won't let you pass. Last, a dead end. You can't fly off and escape with only one wing. So you finally stepped into the ring. Prepare yourself, Ghost. How dare you? Fine, come at me. I may have lost a wing, but that doesn't change my duty. Arr! How pathetic. I'm wounded and you have both your wings, and yet you still lose to me. Step back, my children. Great-grandmother, I'm so glad you're safe. I'm sorry for worrying you. I'm fine, as you can see. My children, I don't want anyone interfering. Do you understand? Don't make me laugh. Hasn't that old body of yours reached its limit yet? A one-winged little girl is hardly in the position to judge. Prepare yourself, for I'm sending you to hell. Go on, then. Don't let me down. Oh no, that old lady and the girl are facing off! She only has one wing, but look how she moves.
She's being hammered by the great-grandmother's attacks, though.
We have to stop them.
Huh? Why won't you let us past?
Gonna do dungeon runs? Good luck, Coffee. Great-grandmother told us no one was to interfere. How can you say that at a time like this? Oh, get out of the way! We won't disobey great-grandmother's orders. What are you saying? It's more than likely she'll be defeated. Don't you think you'll regret it if you just follow her orders blindly? Well, please, I want to protect them both, great-grandmother and her. Please let us past. But... Mistrar, go on ahead. Huh?
Leave the villagers to us.
You've come this far. If you don't save Says, things will only get worse. Go, Misty! Run as fast as you can! Everyone. Thank you. Whether we'll try to beat this chapter's boss or nah, I don't know. Up to you guys. Let's see. You fought well, but it's time to put you to sleep. I'm sure hell won't give you the most peaceful of rests. But soon you'll be with all those ghosts who came before you. Great-grandmother! So you came, Mistral, but you're too late. Says! It's over. Now we are free. Let's go home, Mistral. I'll take responsibility for this sin. No, not yet. It's not over yet.
You who would dispel the curse, offer one without wings unto the darkness of the cliff, and turn your heart to iron. Do not stand by with a heart as unmoving as iron. I've got to turn my heart to iron and jump if I want to save her. What are you doing? Mr.
What's up, Danger? Do a flip!
I'm falling. My life ends here. There will be no cage ghost. I failed. I couldn't fulfill my sacred ancestral duty. This is a really, really long fall. Well, she was right. I too am imprisoned by this curse of someone else's making. Zeh. What was that? Am I imagining things? Shouldn't it all end in silence? It says... You. What are you doing? I came to save you. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not. I told you right from the start, didn't I? That I'd free everyone, including you. That's absurd. You're going to save me from this. Yes, I'm still trying to work out how. You complete fool. I know the odds are against me in saving you. But that's why I couldn't leave you on your own. So give me your hands. I've always wanted to hold them.
I just realized the illustration changed to a smile.
My hands. Why would you... Why? What a funny thing to ask. Do girls our age need a reason to hold hands?
Offer some dungeon runs, alright, Jorn? Jorn? Thank you for stopping by, and good luck.
How odd, nothing has changed, yet my body is shaking.
Biosignatures, 1, 2.
Who said that?
2 wings, and right, conditions cleared.
Huh? What did you do? I haven't done anything. What is this power? It's the power of love.
Is so much of this future era music a hint to the nature of this continent? Your guess is as good as mine.
Hey, you were in flight by the cliff yesterday, weren't you? How are your injuries? Fine, thank you. I'm still in a bit of pain, but great-grandmother treated all my wounds. That's good to hear. Hello, funny social media man. What is my opinion on the political matters of Baruoki? Should Gramp stay, or should we let Varua run? Varua run away, or let Varua run for mayor? Go on. Fly even faster. Huh? For office? Look, I believe in democracy, and so anybody who is eligible to run for mayor should be allowed to do so. Whether or not I endorse one candidate over another, I will keep that to myself as an impartial third party. But if Varua is eligible to run for mayor, Varua should be able to run for mayor. Okay, look at me go! Oh, that's unbelievable! Amazing! I want to grow up so I can fly free like that. Can winged people only fly like that when they're adults? Oh, hey, mister. Yeah, that's right. Our wings aren't strong enough yet. Great-grandmother told us that yesterday. That's why she's doing all the flying for us. Isn't it amazing? Really is. Says one of these people. Even I, the reincarnation of the sword-wielding savior, feel a teeny-weeny bit jealous seeing her fly.
Sister Thidil swooshing through the sky. I can imagine you flying with two swords you rotate like feather pinwheels.
Such an active imagination. How utterly pointless. Grr, why can't you imagine me flying with beautiful wings instead? Anyway, this certainly is a surprise. It must mean the curse has been lifted. Yeah, you're right. No one was sacrificed, and the source of the curse wasn't destroyed either. Mistrar flew to the valley floor to save Sez, and when she reappeared, the two of them were flying together with one wing each. That must have been them lifting the curse. Which means if there was another way to break the curse all along, maybe the legend was corrupted with each generation that told it. Like a crazy game of telephone. I wonder what happened. I still can't work it out. And just when Mistrar and Sez were about to return, they fell down. They must have come to buy now. Yeah, they'll probably be in great-grandmother's house. Let's go. I hope they're awake. See you later. Bye, mister. Take care. She's been brooding this whole time. Maybe it was selfish of me to release her from the curse. I'm so worried. What if I didn't make the right decision? You foolish child. Right or wrong, what does it really matter? You chose a different path than me, and that was your choice to make. You've got to trust in your own decisions. Great-grandmother. The girl's lost her life's purpose now. Of course she's going to feel empty inside. Everything fell from her fingertips. All she ever held dear is gone. But you know, you have nothing. You just need to keep going until you find something. Give her plenty to hold on to. Treasured things, memories. I'll spend the rest of my life trying to give her that. Huh? You'll take her. You'll take Sez into the village. I will. I lost to you. I am an old woman and my days are numbered. all I can do is give her what remains of my life. Thank you so much, great-grandmother. Miss Strarv, there you are. Keep losing my accent. Everyone, you came. I'm glad you're awake. And says, she must still be in shock. There's so much left to discover about her and her people. You're right. I think it's best to leave her be for now. Listen, we should be on our way before long. Ah, yes, good timing. My children are waiting for you at the village plateau. For us? But why?
I couldn't possibly guess.
They're looking forward to you dropping by. What a pain. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to see them. Let's go and check it out. Right, to the plateau we go. How do we get out of here? This way. Da-da-da-da. Hello, Flamester. How you doing? Might we take a rest now? Yes. Okay. Not even wrapping up, eh? Here we go. To the plateau. You without wings. Why are you all gathered here? Are they going to carry us all up? Isn't it obvious? Pry, I love you, Pry. I love you so much, Pry. What is it? You don't want to raid my sweet supply, do you? Because you're not getting any. I very much doubt that's what they want. You all helped us out so much. I don't know if this is enough of a thank you, but we'd like to carry you on our wings to the other side. Really? Now we can fly. We'd like to use our wings to return the kindness you showed us. Thank you. Nothing would make us happier. Wait, so I'll be able to fly too? Yes, we'll be holding on to you, so you should be perfectly comfortable. Yay! Don't get too worked up, Thalil, or you'll end up in the depths of hell. Yep, I'll be good. What a cute kid, getting so excited. Shall we set off then? Cross over the giant's claw? Yes. Thank you, we'd love to. Oh, that one dude must have... He was the one carrying Pry. Whoa! We got to the other side. The village looks so tiny from here. That was amazing! I was like a beautiful bird. Certainly was enjoyable. Not like flying on the synth hydra at all. Oh, don't let that gentleman ship
hear you say that.
Are you okay there, Melina? You're shaking. Were you scared? What? I'm fine. I'm not a child. It's not like I'm scared of heights.
Oh, is that so? I thought maybe I should have been holding your hand, but I guess I was worrying about nothing. Oh, hey, thanks for the hugs from Brazil.
You're as heavy as a statue. How are you so heavy?
Are you okay, winged brother? You were so unsteady I thought we were going to fall. Could it be because of all my muscles?
Pry, you're being so annoying. Stop causing trouble.
Well, I'm glad we managed to cross over safely.
Yeah, me too.
We were able to get back up the cliff thanks to them. There must be some significance in that.
Yeah, you're right.
We've taken up so much of your time. I apologize. Thank you all so much for everything you've done. The pleasure is all ours. Have a safe journey. I'll be praying for you all from here. Mistrar, it's not us you should be with. Huh? Why don't you go with these people and experience the outside world for us? Our wish had always been to live in a free place, with no curse to hold us back. But we'd be struggling for it so long. We started caring more about getting rid of the ghosts than anything else. You were the only one in the village who stayed true, Mistrar. Great-grandmother.
We feel like we've finally woken up. From now on, we'll be the ones to face her, together with great-grandmother.
Well, but then
This village is too small. You've outgrown it.
Get out of here! The Mistrar I know must be desperate to travel. I'm surprised you've not run off already. We'd like you to write about the outside world through the eyes of a winged person. You without wings, or rather, you travelers. Please, take care of our Mistrar. We know it's rude to ask such a thing when we've caused you so much trouble already.
Don't worry about it. This ended up being a shortcut. Besides, the more companions, the merrier.
Great-grandmother, everyone. Thank you so much. I can't wait to travel with you.
You know, taking a winged person on our journey is going to shock a lot of folks.
You're right. I'd rather not cause you any trouble.
It'll be fine. I'll work something out. Just relax and trust me, Mistrar. And I'll do whatever I can too.
Mel. Lily.
Oh god, what have I done? Okay then. Though we're near the village, Mother Nature still poses a reasonable threat for us. Mistrar, we're going to need your power. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, I'll do my best. After all, I'll be representing all those who have heaven between heaven and earth.
That certainly is reassuring.
Let's move out to the Casellas region? Crystal region? Be careful as you go.
Huh? What's up? Do you want to go back to the village? No. Thanks, though. Are you going to carry us all yourself? This place looks cool. So many crystals. Any shiny pickup things? The villager that should have carried Pry, yeah. I am also a big fan of the music, obviously. Oh, and that art, look at that. But indeed, that is where we're heading. Church headquarters. We can finally see it! Well, seeing it all hazy in the distance makes you realize how far away it really is.
Sister Thiliel, would you like to ride on my shoulders?
I'm no monster. I couldn't ask that of you. Pry, Aldo, two of you could carry me together. Link arms and carry me like I'm on a throne. You plan on treating me how you treat Pry? They're all so lively. They really are. Being with them, I haven't had a free moment to dwell on the fact that I've lost my memory. Quit acting stupid. Use your own legs. We won't be able to get there without stopping. We should head for a staging post along the way. Oh, here's the end. The end of our quest. Oh, we got a little bit to explore here. Wonder if we should change out the party. The people we have in it don't seem to be particularly specialized for the enemies we've been up against so far. What is this? Prism dust.
Fall before me.
But I guess we'll see with these. Are they again? Oh, weak against wind. Resistant to magic, but weak against bonking. So that's actually pretty good. What about this? Wow. I guess because it's a blunt attack? Yeah. Okay, no, maybe we just keep the party how it is.
A flower for their grave.
More prism dust. Montmorillon. Let's go greet that horror over there.
Fall before me.
Whoa. What is that thing called? A Cristobalga? Hmm. How are they against wind? One is resistant. But still susceptible to bonks.
A flower for their grave.
Right, I get a feeling I'm gonna have to collect quite a bit of prism dust.
Running is also
Hello.
a strategy.
Okay, good. Weak to wind, that helps. Also weak to earth, that helps too. Okay, forget everything I said about changing the party up. Although, let's maybe bring in Aldo here.
Let's fight till the end.
Okay, we will... She's resistant to that. We'll just keep doing this. And... Oh, weak. I must be weak to slashing, I guess. We'll just keep doing the Dragon God slash then. Shall we bring out another force? Oh, maybe we should go ahead and bring out another force. That was pretty... Yeah. How is Utopia missing? Oh, because I'm blinded. Blinded by the light. Whoop. Well, let's get you to safety. You are the only one not blinded. There we go. Whew, that was close.
That was a close one.
Prism dust times 50. Nice. Okay, let's do some reorganization here. Nearest might not quite be up to... Well, we can level her up with some of those. Here, have some scrolls. All the way up to 60. Who's not using these? Let's... Yuna's not in the party. You can have her staff for now. Maybe take... Might as well take her ring, too. Let's see, 4 of these. We'll just go this way. Should help a little bit. Let me just make sure. What are her skills right now? Oh, probably should upgrade those. So I don't have much to upgrade with, actually, because I haven't done all her character quests. We started her character quests, I remember the last time we were here. Ba-bum. Hi, Will. How are you doing? Thank you for dropping in.
Fight according to plan. A flower.
That was the plan.
To their grave.
Let's see. That would be the easy way out. Let's just go explore this area in the upper left corner here. Yay, money! Precious, precious currency. Let's see just how much damage they do. See if I can stall a little bit. Yeah, not as much damage as I get back.
Let them rest.
Finally finished chapter 4 yourself? Great. Thank you for always uploading those.
It's the end. Yappy! Bless their souls.
That seems a little bit reluctant there. Bless their souls, yeah. Right.
We must guide these poor souls.
Da-da.
I did it! You're welcome!
Gee, I wonder who that was. Yay, more high-class scrolls. Is this a trial? No, I guess it's just the end. No? No, we still have more to explore.
We must guide these poor souls. Ow!
Ow!
Is it over, I wonder?
Da-da-da.
Fight according to plan.
Yeah, I got very fortunate with my Ooh, that's not quite ideal. But I got quite fortunate with my role
That was a big win.
with Yifa there. I promise on my personal account I do not have you know, special privileges. Not yet.
Fight according
Guys,
to plan.
right, Flyer? I am subject to the same laws, the same RNG gods that everyone else is. Yeah, I really like that story too. I did not expect Aoife's story to turn out the way that it did, for sure. Let's switch some people up here. Actually surprised that Nereus is doing as well as she is. We'll take on that horror in a moment. Want to make sure everybody else gets up to speed here.
We have to keep going.
In fact, maybe I'll just sub some people in the next couple of battles. Like... Ouch. Slightly more effective in healing. Am I ready for that thing yet? Iska's not in the best shape. I think we're gonna have to eat our food.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Maybe we can do something like this, even. Ah, no.
Let's keep it up.
Too powerful! Yep. Let's bring you and you to the back. You actually try to take this thing out in one hit so that we're not getting... Ow! There we go. Heal everybody. Okay, now she's ready, and she's ready, and she's ready, and I think they're all ready.
You will obey my whip. We can win this together. I am the sword and the shield. Dark fate upon you. Never again.
Okay. I think we're ready to take that thing on now.
What the?
Bow. Bow, bow.
I am the sword and the shield.
Okay, I may want to try and do... a, another force before I get, resist. Oh, that's weak to that, though. Yeah, if we're not going to be missing, we might as well just do it now. Not going to take it down all the way, but most of the way. And we're, yeah, didn't have to try to do that blinded, mainly. Alright. This shouldn't take too much longer. I hope. Do unfortunately not have much in the way of healers at the moment. I kind of came in a little cocky. Should I? No, it's so close to the end. Let's just... Oh, miss! There we go. Okay, not a big deal. And we saved our food. That's the most important thing.
You must learn to accept the pain.
You all disappear. Ow! That was unexpected. Okay. No messing around.
I am the sword and the shield. You will obey my whip. We can win this together. I bestow a dark fate upon you.
Yeah. Aldo.
What a
Poor
great
Aldo.
partner.
R.I.P. Aldo. Let's see. Am I going to be forced into a story here? A boss? Surely they would say a major trial awaits you, right? Here we are. We finally made it.
So, this is the staging post Rosetta mentioned. We're still not at the church.
It depends on how you define it, but the church headquarters where we're headed is a little further on. These are the slums, for the poorest in the land, those who live hand to mouth.
Okay. Pretty sure I won't have to fight anybody for this. All right, Malcolm, thanks for dropping in. Good night.
That's awful. Why doesn't headquarters do anything for them?
Well,
The church supports them where possible. Then why are they living like this?
these people, they don't accept anything but the bare minimum support.
The bare minimum, but why? They're keeping themselves in a life of poverty. This way, they can pass whatever resources possible on to missionaries like us to help us find God. That's terrible. This is where the most devout and most patient come to live. The church used to be wealthy, but this is what's left. This is the old church domain, Merlot Ward.
Okay, chapter 4 complete. Excited for tomorrow? Your mom's making your favorite food for your birthday. A happy birthday. You can now travel to Merlot Ward. Okay, I can see that's where the next bit is. It looks like we can do... to be released, part 5, God in a Godless Land. Okay, can we... Is there anything we can do here? Rest, perhaps. This is the Merlot Ward in the Old Church Domain. It is a community for those who are waiting for God to return. To pray is to endure. We give all that we have in preparation for the return of our God. Always time for a single poll? But we'll probably end. I think we're getting close to wrapping up, maybe to the end of our stream. Oh, wait. She was talking about Pry. I love Uncle Pry. He's always watching over the community, and he even comes to play with us sometimes. I don't think a single kid has said one unkind thing about Uncle Pry here. He looks a little scary, but he's always kind. He's got steam rising from him, and it's so warm to be around. I love to see Pry get his due. Save for the 10 pull. Is it me, or is there something sparkly all around here? Some guy. Is it fate? Say there, you might have you just might have the gift of seeing prism dust. Huh? Prism dust. Although rare, weakly powered slivers of light can be seen floating around in this area, but they're tough to glimpse with the naked eye. If you say so, I guess. I can see them pretty clearly, though. You might be cut out for collecting it. Prism dust is hard to see with the naked eye, but can be useful if you can find it. Oh yeah? Guess it works sort of like Prisma back home, then. Prisma, you say? First I've heard of something like that. But yes, judging by the name, it sounds like you just might be familiar with it. I know. How about you bring me any prism dust you pick up? You mean it's okay to just take it? Like I have been doing? Sure, it's normally absorbed by monsters and even weapons. Just take a look. Your weapon seems to have absorbed quite a bit of prism dust. Whoa, you're right, I didn't even notice. I have a feeling that you'll be well suited to sniffing it out, too. And I'll surely reward you for your trouble. Just stop by anytime. Okay. What can you reward us with? Did you bring me some prism dust? I don't have unlimited items to offer, but take a look. Ooh, hoo. Gotta see how much it is. Type. Item for changing class. Rook 3,000. Not quite there yet.
You don't have enough prism dust for this. Okay. Gotcha. Just out of curiosity, how much are the murmur scripts? 100. I have enough for that. But I will... let's see what's on page 2. Region badge, HP badge, Shade type resistance badge, Crystal type resistance. Crystal type? Crystal type resistance 10. Oh. No, thanks. Page 3. Healing power west. Enhance if max at PHP west. Grasta. Ah, I see. Ability western only restores skill effect.
Alright. That seems like something that'll require a bit of a grind and a look into later. Let's check out that exclamation point. Hello. Hey, mister, I gotta tell you something important. You really ought to know. See, I went out with Papa to the Crystal Region the other day, and something strange happened. Something strange, huh? Yep, we used the same old road to get there, but it was different somehow, you know? Before we knew it, Papa and I were going round in circles. So weird. No doubt. It seems pretty weird, so how'd you get home then? Well, it got even weirder, see? We were good and lost when suddenly a shadow appeared up in the sky, like a big scary ghost, and it came down so fast, it almost hit Papa's head. Ghost? Are ghosts even real? How should I know? Anyway, it was so scary, even Papa was spooked, and he's super brave too. And we just ran and ran till we got home. Now everyone's scared to go near the place. I suppose this ghost might still be hanging around there. Yep, and so Papa won't take me anywhere now. He doesn't want to go out at all. I gotcha. Maybe we could help with that while we're here. I think it's worth checking into. Say, do you remember whereabouts you saw the ghost? I don't really remember where, but I think we passed through a creepy haze. I remember that much. Thanks. We'll go have a look. Really? Thanks a bunch. And try not to get spooked. Alright, Will. Thanks for dropping by. Take it easy. Really? Yeah, try not to get spooked. I already read that. Know where to rest, so probably should be pretty careful. This used to be an inn, but as you can see, we're in such dire straits we can't even cook meals or repair the roof. Please forgive us, but we can't allow guests to stay in a place like this. Can I travel to this place on the map? I can, right? Merlot Ward, yes. Let's rest here a bit. There's no use running around only to wear ourselves out halfway through. Alright, so I guess we're not ready to go there quite yet. Well, this seems like as good a place as any to bring the stream to a close. Actually went a little bit longer than I thought we would. Once again, I want to thank all of you out there, not just for hanging out and chatting with me today, but for playing another Eden and for being such an amazing and positive and encouraging, supportive community. It really makes doing what I do very, very fun. So we will probably be back with another live stream sometime during March, I imagine. So please be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, you all have a wonderful weekend.